Welcome to another edition of LRMania Reviews, and today I'm going to be reviewing Smackdown, which will feature a rematch of the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So Daniel Bryan comes out, gets a huge reaction. It's in San Diego. Everyone's chanting yes, yes, yes. Hopefully this guy doesn't leave in a year and a half. I don't want to talk too much about that. I'll talk more about the show, but that is a big story if he does leave next year and wrestles again. So I actually really like the opening segment. Daniel Bryan gets a huge reaction. Fans absolutely love him. WWE, I know they can't clear him, but it's such an unfortunate situation because he's the most over guy in the whole company still by far. Anyway, Ellsworth and Carmella come out, and Carmella cuts a decent promo. Then the big confrontation was Daniel Bryan and Ellsworth. They had Ellsworth say, talk some, say that you're faking the injury, that you can't cut it anymore. Daniel Bryan calls out security, so Ellsworth's banned from the arena. I think Carmella's going to win cleanly in the main event. I think she's going to win. I really liked the opening segment. The crowd was super hot. And I believe Carmella's going to win again. And next match is going to be it's the Usos and the Hype Bros. They had New Day pin the Hype Bros clean, which kind of surprised me. I thought they might have the Hype Bros get a little bit of a push, but they lost very cleanly to the Usos. After the match, New Day comes out, and, how am I going to talk about this? When they're doing their promo, they have Big E mention the infamous Booker T line, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you, N-word. Here they do it again. They say at Battleground to the Usos, we coming for you. And then, of course, Xavier cuts off Big E. He doesn't let him say the N-word. That was obviously because LaMelo Ball on Raw said the N-word. I did not hear it at all when I was watching Raw. I heard about it online, and then I saw the clip, and you can clearly him say, kick his, N-word ass. To his dad when The Miz was in the ring. So you can clearly hear him say the N-word. I heard Vince was furious. That was obviously a reference to that. When Big E did that, actually got me to laugh a lot. I thought that was actually very funny. So we're getting New Day and Usos again at Battleground. I think New Day's probably going to win that match. On a side note, they show John Cena's hype for his return next week. It's been 15 years since he debuted. That's incredible. I can still remember. I remember watching him debut against Kurt Angle. I just thought it was a great segment. It really made him get over. Even though I thought the match was good, I guess everyone hated it. Everyone thought it was very sloppy, but that was definitely a big moment for him when he first debuted against Angle. They did the fashion fights again. I thought it was actually really funny. This actually got me to laugh a lot. They had the Ascension in the cop room since I guess they're playing cops. So they're asking who attacked them, and then they try to bribe them with Eddie Money tickets, and then you hear one of the Ascension say, "No, we don't listen to trash metal." I just thought that was actually very clever. It really fit their characters. I thought that segment was very funny, and for one thing, it actually made the Ascension the first positive thing it's done for the Ascension since their main roster debut. Because I think of all the calls for NXT, they've been the worst. They've been absolutely dog shit. But tonight was actually a good moment for them, so they at least got something in their whole main roster run. Women's title is next, Naomi and Lana. So the match they had sucked at Money in the Bank, so hopefully it's a better match now. Naomi went over Lana cleanly. It was a kind of a quick match. Lana attacked her before the match started. Naomi went on to win. Lana's terrible in the ring. She's absolutely smoking hot, especially wearing that ring attire, that thong, but she shouldn't be wrestling for a women's title, and absolutely not even close. So thankfully that feud looks like it's over. Now they had Becky Lynch cut a decent promo, and then we go to Aiden English in the ring, and this is interesting. They're doing two similar gimmicks on the same show. You have too much of the same thing. You have the Drifter doing the bad singer gimmick. He has a guitar, and you also have Aiden English doing the same gimmick, so that's interesting that they're doing that on two shows, and you want to make the shows feel different, so I think maybe one of them needs to go, because I don't think you want to have the same gimmick on both shows. So a lot happened in the next segment. Randy Orton came out, he demanded a rematch, he was saying he was going to beat the holy hell out of Ginger. I mean, he showed some emotion in the promo. It was a decent promo, just I didn't like how he kept saying, in front of you fine people, in front of this fine city. I thought he could have done away with that. So Shane McMahon comes out. He says, well, you can have your rematch. He talks about how he was upset genuine after Randy's family. I like how he referenced that infamous 2009 storyline when Randy Orton attacked the McMahons. He kicked Vince McMahon in the head. He kicked Shane in the head. He gave Stephanie a DDT. And he gave her an RKO one week. Then another time he DDT'd her and kissed her in front of Triple H. And he kicked Triple H in the... He destroyed the whole McMahons that year, even though he lost at WrestleMania. That whole thing, they really referenced that. I like how they kind of brought that up. He says, okay, fine, you can have your rematch. And then the one stipulation Shane made was Jinder Mahal gets to pick the kind of stipulation. Mahal comes out, gets some heat or some USA chants, and he even referenced the Great Khali. The Great Khali was referenced. Fuck, I hope he doesn't return. Please, no, don't come back at Battleground. I hope that doesn't happen. God, I hope not. And he makes a Punjabi prison match for Battleground. So they have JBL talk about the Punjabi prison, like showing a promo. The matches were terrible. That was just one of the worst gimmicks of all time. It's a cool looking structure, even though it was really cheap. I kind of like the structure of it. I think, kind of gives you the flashbacks, some of those old WCW giant cage matches when they'd have a cage in the middle of the ring and they'd have a cage on the outside. I kind of miss those. I really wish WWE would do more stuff like that. Although WCW definitely jumped the shark with some of those ideas. My problem is the Punjabi presents we've seen were fucking terrible. Undertaker and Big Show had a terrible match. It was terrible. It was actually supposed to be Taker and Khali, but Khali got sick or something. And then Batista and Khali was terrible. That was even worse. That sucked. So I don't know about this. But, it's fine. It's something we haven't seen in a very long time. After that, we go to Daniel Bryan in the back, and he is talking to AJ, and AJ wants his shot. Then Daniel Bryan goes, next week we're going to do an Independence Day Battle Royal, which is cool. Next week's show looking stacked. I'm a sucker for Battle Royals. I usually always enjoy Battle Royals. I love that stuff, so I can't ever complain when I see a Battle Royal. Even though AJ should be kind of pissed off because Owens is ducking him, but he makes AJ Styles is eligible, Kevin Owens, and the winner faces Kevin Owens at Battlegrounds. So, again, another thing to look forward to next week. So, I gotta be honest, I really liked this show so far, and I liked Raw a lot. Raw was a very good show, so, if this show holds up the next hour, this has been a very good week for WWE. I've been usually negative on some of their stuff, but I've actually been really enjoying some of the stuff this week. Now, up next is Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. That's something I will probably not enjoy. It seems like WWE is kind of trying again. Maybe because we're finally out of the WrestleMania hangover season. WrestleMania comes. The product's the hottest during Mania season. That's the time everyone wants to watch wrestling. And then a few weeks after Mania is when the product goes to absolute dog shit. That's the off season of wrestling. That's all it is. And then for the next month or two, it is fucking terrible. It is just terrible. Unbelievable. That's how bad this product's been the last couple of months. But last week was a decent week, and this week's been a pretty good week. So, I think WWE is finally out of that post-WrestleMania drought. We're finally into a new season. This is the new season. That's what I consider it. We're in the good season. Now they're starting to try again. Now it's the season 2 to WrestleMania 34. It's the beginning. It's, week 1 or week 2. That's what it feels like right now. Because, fucking company sucked ass for the last couple months. So, Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin are having a match. Before the match, you had Mike and Maria Kanellis come out to a very catchy song. I really love that song, I'll be honest. That song is awesome. I love it. I think it's great. And Sami Zayn interrupts him. I hope this is not a rivalry that's going to lead to Sami Zayn and Mike Bennett or Mike Kanellis, whatever they're calling him. Hope not, but Zayn and Corbin's next. And one thing I noticed, no Nakamura. And I think I kind of like that. I hope that's not because they have nothing for him. I hope it's because they're not going to have him on every week. They might have him on every other week to make him more of a special attraction. I hope that's not the reason they just don't have anything for him. But no reference of Nakamura. No Nakamura tonight. And maybe there's something wrong with his visa. I'm not sure, but I hope they do that. I hope he's only on once every other week because it keeps him fresh and makes him more of a special attraction. Anyway, Zayn and Corbin, you know how I feel about Corbin. I just don't even want to watch. I just want that women's match to start right now. A lot sooner this match ends, the more time the women get. It's funny how Baron Corbin wears a shirt because he's probably out of shape. I don't know what the fuck that company sees in him. He is fucking terrible. He has one of the worst looks I've ever seen. He looks like shit. Why the hell do they keep pushing this loser? He's a fucking bum. It's all he is, he's a bum. Of course, Corbin wins. He's a fucking bum. He has no talent. He's a fucking terrible wrestler. The only thing he has is he's tall. After the match, we see Nakamura. So Nakamura is on this show. He talks about a match of Corbin. Unfortunately, we're going to see it. God, please help us. If Corbin beats Nakamura, you're going to hear one of the worst rants you've ever heard. Hopefully, Nakamura wins. I think he'll probably win that matchup out of him, because I think that's where they're going. Another thing I noticed during this interview, Dasha is one of the worst interviewers I've ever seen. She is terrible. She's a cute woman. I mean, she's attractive, but she is so bad. I don't know. I mean, everyone talks about it, but man, she's really bad. I kind of feel bad for her. I mean, I don't want to come off too much of a dick to her, but man, she's really bad at her job. Main event's up next. So no Ellsworth. I have Carmella winning. I'm picking Carmella to win again. Man, I hope they have a great match. I didn't like the match they had last time. I was disappointed. I thought it was a disappointing match. I thought it was easily the worst Money in the Bank I've seen. Maybe now they'll have more to do. I mean, maybe they can do some more innovative stuff. I don't want to see anyone get hurt. I don't want to see Charlotte kill herself doing a moonsault. But, you know, hopefully it's more of, you know, they do a bit more here. I don't want injury, but I'd like to see him do a bit more. All right, it's on. Ladder match, main event. We're going through 2 fucking commercial breaks during this match. That's fucking bullshit. Just don't do it on TV. You could have just waited till Battleground to do the fucking rematch. Stop doing this bullshit on TV when you have 2 commercial breaks during the match. You could be missing something good. Or if a big spot happens. Or if Charlotte does the moonsault from the ladder. That's bullshit. So Carmella won again. Match was good. I liked it better than the match they had at the pay-per-view. I thought they had a better match. You know, the spots weren't that there. They didn't have any really big spots. The big one at the end was taken by a man. Ellsworth, he came through the crowd. He came back. And then the thing, I think it was good when he came back because I think that told me we're going to get to see what the fans, I think, really wanted to see Ellsworth take the big bump. Climbs to the top of the ladder. Then Becky pushes him off, and he goes, crotch first into the ladder. You know, Becky kind of got her revenge from the pay-per-view. Becky was about to win the match. Crowds really wants Becky to win, but then, you know, it kind of ruins it. You know, when I hear the crowd, when I see the camera, I can see Becky climbing, and then, you know, you hear the crowd reacting, booing, because Carmella's coming back in the ring, so it kind of ruins the match. Carmella uses a chair and attacks Becky with the chair, and Carmella wins. Fine with the ending. I thought Carmella, you know, she really should have won. I thought they kind of did a better job with this Money in the Bank than the one they had at the pay-per-view. It was fine. Again, nothing really special, but it was okay. So Carmella, once again, is Miss Money in the Bank.